suffers from such a rare disorder of being unable to just be a human.
I mean, when I listen to Meghan, I am just reminded that there's nothing authentic there.
You're never going to convince anyone that you're authentic.
I'm working so hard. Is she really?
Why does she struggle so much with humanity?
She said she wanted privacy, and now she's chasing the camera like it's oxygen. It's a line that could have come straight from a royal biographer or a Hollywood casting call, because somehow the woman who built her brand on escaping fame has found herself addicted to it again. Yes, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, the advocate for peace and privacy, has just been caught doing what she swore she'd never do, copying the one royal whose public downfall defined the phrase tabloid fodder, Sarah Ferguson, the original Duchess disaster. And royal insiders are whispering that Meghan isn't just following in Fergie's footsteps. She's replaying the entire scandal scene by scene. It's uncanny, said one former palace aide. Different decade, same desperation. So how did Meghan's so-called private life turn into a Hollywood sequel of Fergie's fall from grace? Let's pull back the curtain.
You're in America now, and we don't give a shit about you. You're not our prince. You'll never be king. We hate your wife. Stay at home in your $29 million mansion, all right?
Privacy, Meghan said, is a basic human right. That was the mantra when she and Prince Harry announced their royal exit in 2020, a retreat from the constant media circus. They wanted peace, protection, purpose. But instead of peace, we got production. A Netflix docuseries, a Spotify podcast, multiple interviews, a memoir, and now new reports of a comeback film where Meghan, wait for it, plays herself. Let that sink in. The woman who said she hated performing within the royal system has returned to Hollywood to perform as Meghan Markle. One headline put it bluntly, "From Duchess to Diva, Meghan's private life hits the big screen." If this sounds familiar, it should, because that's exactly what Sarah Ferguson did in the 90s after her own royal implosion, turning her downfall into a career. The same story, just glossier lighting. And yet, Meghan's PR team insists she's just living her truth. A truth that somehow always involves cameras.
The idea of, well, I grew up in LA. You see celebrities all the time. This is not the same.
To understand Meghan's next move, you only have to rewind 3 decades. Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, Fergie, was once the breath of fresh air the royal family thought it needed. Outgoing, fun, modern. Sound familiar? Then came the scandals, the toe-sucking photos, the cash for access sting, the talk shows, the Friends cameo. She went from royal asset to national embarrassment almost overnight. And what did she do next? She monetized it. Book deals, product endorsements, reality TV, and motivational speeches. Fergie built an empire from her mistakes, but it came at a cost: her dignity, her reputation, and any lingering trace of royal respect. Now look at Meghan, a feminist duchess turned Hollywood brand. A woman who tells interviewers she's misunderstood, while signing multi-million-dollar media deals to tell her story again and again. One royal commentator summed it up perfectly. Fergie sold access. Meghan sells narrative. It's the same hustle, just better PR. And now, just like Fergie, Meghan's quiet life seems to involve high-profile parties, strategic leaks, and very public contradictions.
Also, I'm a little bit fascinated, right? The mother was born in America, the father was born in America, but Meghan is now telling us that she's 43% Nigerian?
This is the most ridiculous.
It was supposed to be a private night, a low-key gathering among Hollywood elite to celebrate Kris Jenner's 70th birthday. Except there's nothing low-key about a Beverly Hills mansion packed with billionaires, reality stars, and flashing lights. Jeff Bezos hosted, Oprah attended, the Kardashians posed, and right there, front and center, was Meghan Markle, the self-proclaimed advocate for privacy, laughing in designer heels, perfectly lit by the glow of paparazzi bulbs. But here's the twist. Reports claim Meghan and Harry weren't even invited. One insider told Page 6, "They showed up hoping to be seen. It was awkward. People were whispering." Another added, "Meghan's team knew there'd be photographers. That was the point." And just like that, her quiet life narrative shattered again. The headlines wrote themselves, "Private Duchess crashes billionaire bash." From palace to party, Meghan's endless reinvention. Sound familiar? It's a modern remix of Fergie's greatest hits, the desperate public appearances. The hunger for relevance, the illusion of dignity, cracking under the weight of ambition.
Did you take the money? At one stage you had $40,000 cash sitting in front of you. Did you take it?
Absolutely, yes. And it was given to me and I got it in the car and then returned it straight away.
Once the scandal broke?
As soon as I knew it was a scandal, not once it broke, Michael.
When Meghan and Harry left royal life, their exit statement spoke of financial independence. They wanted to stand on their own, but 4 years later, every brand, every headline, every deal still leans on one thing: the royal title, the Duchess of Sussex. A brand she claims to hate yet refuses to abandon. Even her new lifestyle company, American Riviera Orchard, carries the tone of royal chic. Handwritten logos, family symbolism, authentic living. It's exactly how Fergie branded herself post-royal life. Accessible luxury, regal resilience, and endless talk about finding herself. And yet, beneath the glossy image, there's always the same emptiness. It's not reinvention, said one Hollywood agent. It's recycling. Meghan's trying to rebrand the same scandal Fergie couldn't survive.
Yeah, so Richard Eden put together a great timeline on the Daily Mail about this, because I think that we forget that Harry and Meghan specifically told media at the time of Archie's birth that they didn't want to give him a title. They didn't want him to have any of the pomp because they wanted him to live a life as normal as possible.
The comparisons are relentless. Both courted Oprah. Both turned personal drama into public spectacle. Both promised independence, then monetized royal proximity. It's like watching a rerun that doesn't know it's a rerun. There's something tragic about it, isn't there? The constant need to be seen, to control the narrative, to curate a version of reality where you're both victim and star. It's the royal paradox. Fame feels like freedom until it becomes a cage. Sarah Ferguson lived it. She once told Hello magazine, "You become addicted to the flashbulbs. You think you're controlling it, but it's controlling you." And now, Meghan is walking that same fragile line. Critics say she's performing authenticity, turning even vulnerability into strategy. Supporters call her brave for defying a centuries-old institution. But the truth? Both women wanted to escape the crown. Only to chase its reflection in every camera lens, Meghan's story is starting to feel less like rebellion and more like repetition. If Fergie was the royal cautionary tale, said one insider, then Meghan's the reboot.
We're not going to talk common sense up next. We're going to be talking about Meghan. Meghan, you remember her? Yeah, we don't like in the news very often because she likes her private life. But the Duchess of Sussex is in the news after giving an interview with a US business magazine. What the hell they were talking to her about.
The irony couldn't be sharper. Meghan, the Duchess who spoke of mental health, empathy, and healing, now faces headlines mocking her as Hollywood's most overexposed royal. Even her old allies are turning. An unnamed Netflix producer reportedly complained, "She's impossible to satisfy. Every project has to make her look like the heroine. It's exhausting." Meanwhile, royal insiders claim the palace barely flinches anymore. They've stopped caring, one aide told The Telegraph. She's become background noise. That's the ultimate punishment for someone who thrives on visibility. Silence. Because when the world stops reacting, the fame machine collapses. And Meghan, like Fergie before her, may soon realize that once the public sees through the illusion, there's no going back.
We don't like you, Meghan Markle. And no amount of posting videos that you think are going to humanize you will make us like you. You've already shown us your true colors.
Fergie tried to bounce back countless times. Weight loss endorsements, children's books, talk shows, apologies. Each attempt more desperate than the last. Now she's reportedly planning a new motivational tour, decades after being cut off financially from royal support. And Meghan? She's rebuilding her image, insiders say. New projects, rebranding American Riviera Orchard, aligning with power players in Hollywood. But here's the problem with reinvention. It only works if people believe you've changed. And Meghan's every move screams contradiction. She preaches privacy, but courts cameras. She condemns the tabloids, but feeds them. She claims to reject the crown, but never drops the title. Like Fergie, she's addicted to being seen. It's not about privacy anymore, a Hollywood publicist said. It's about power. You can almost see where this is headed. Fergie's downfall wasn't sudden. It was slow, humiliating public. Every misstep magnified, every attempt at reinvention mocked. And Meghan's story feels like deja vu. The cracks are already showing, the Netflix glow has faded, Spotify walked away, public sympathy has turned to skepticism. Once, Meghan represented a fairy tale escape from the monarchy. Now she's the cautionary tale of what happens when you try to brand that escape. And like Fergie, she's learning that the spotlight doesn't forgive, it feeds. In the end, both women share a painful truth. They wanted to be loved without limits, but fame doesn't work that way. It's a transaction, attention for authenticity. And once people stop believing, the applause stops too. Fergie learned that the hard way. And now Meghan, despite her best attempts to rebrand, seems destined to face the same fate. Her private life was never private. It was a performance, a script written for sympathy, directed for publicity, and now falling apart in real time. You can't outshine the crown when your light depends on its reflection. That's the irony both women live with. And so, decades apart, two duchesses stand at the same crossroads, each promising to take control of her story, each ending up a character in someone else's Sarah Ferguson walked so Meghan Markle could repost. History doesn't just repeat itself, it rebrands itself. So the question remains, is Meghan Markle carving her own path or just rewriting Fergie's most scandalous chapters with better PR? And maybe the real question is this, can you truly demand privacy when your entire identity depends on being watched? If you made it this far, comment scandal below and tell me, do you think Meghan can recover from this, or is history already repeating itself?